Here's my bottom line with this whole story. To whomever is behind the Lil Tay Instagram account, whether it be mother or brother or parental or legal guardian or the bad baby's parole officer, you are exploiting this little girl for your own personal gain.
Oh, really?
Tell me this. Do you genuinely think that anyone in the Clout gang is doing something worse than milking videos of a mere child?
Yes.
My clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home.
Hey, did anybody know Lil Tay's actually doing an act? The part? Am I the only one? Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcast in the home and own land, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy C. We worked on this one all day. This is a very special shot from the point with the roast crew. Versts, Tobes in the chat. What's going on, guys?
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Thank you so much, everybody in the chat, for 35K. I think I'm going to cool off on. I think it's getting a little tacky every 1,000 subs fucking promoting it, but I think it's a big deal to us if you're new here because one time we had 36. So
yeah, we gotta enjoy while it lasts.
Yeah, it could go down again. You never know. But we have. I am the best supported small YouTuber on planet fucking Earth, and people know that. That's why big YouTubers like I don't know royalty mouths off to me because I get under their skin. And I usually walk away pretty clean. All right, everybody. Today we got. This is not necessarily going to be about Lil Tay. All right, it's just going to put some perspective on the whole Lil Tay situation. I watched a video on Dramaalert yesterday, and my eyes rolled in the back of my head. I'm not going after Nuda. Nuda's just doing his job. I actually have a pretty positive opinion of him. Not all criticisms are necessarily based in hate. Some are, but you'll be able to figure that out quick. Thanks so much. Brace for $3 off the top. If you want a tip, get involved and support the show, check the description box below. But this really it burned me with the hypocrisy ever since, especially some of the attacks that I've gotten from the old Dramaalert crew, Keemstar crew, when it has to do with kids. And I want to give you a little perspective and a little history on that. And on top of that, several members of the Clout gang actually promoted Lil Tay. What, they were roast videos? Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. So we'll get into that. Clout gang promoted him. Keemstar has used kids in the past and for his own personal gain in the past. Now here we go. Here's yesterday's Dramaalert on Lil Tay story.
But our first story literally sounds like a Shane Dawson conspiracy theory video. Like, it's actually beyond bizarre. Okay, so get this. For those of you who don't know any of the story, famous Instagrammer Lil Tay was exposed here on Dramaalert for having her mother and brother coerce her actions and content.
And like, the thing that just gets me about that, all right, here's what I want you to do, all right? You know that game they played in Alien, but they put the knives, like, in between your fingers? You know what I mean? What's that called, with the knife game?
It's just a nice game. Yeah.
All right, just cut your fucking fingers off if you believe she wasn't coerced. Did you really believe she was fucking selling cocaine and bought all those places? Do you really think that? Does anybody think that? Did Rice Gum think that?
Everyone's surprised that it was fake. It's really fucking stupid.
It was a goof. It was a goof from the beginning. Nicholas Dior of a cult gang. Thanks, Diorio. Now, it was a goof. Now, you may argue whether it was appropriate for a 9-year-old to be doing all that. Yeah, sure. I wouldn't want my kid doing that. I'd strangle her to death if she started talking like Lil Tay.
Child actors have done worse.
Yes, plenty worse.
Much worse.
I've seen Macaulay Culkin kill somebody when he was a child actor. It's a good movie called The Good Son. Actually, good,
Anything for that clout, baby.
Yeah. So, I mean, the idea that she had been exposed, the only thing that got exposed was her mom she was a realty agent, and your mom was using these places, and guess what? She didn't own those cars, and she didn't own those places. Go fucking figure. Surprise, right in your eyes. Dave Chappelle. So, I just want to get that out of there. It's dumb to say she was exposed. Just dumb.
And since it was revealed that it was not her producing this content,
no fucking shit.
All of her social media
Lieutenant Corbus.
Yeah, has went ghost. That
So not only is a 9-year-old apparently selling cocaine, but she's also editing her own videos and creating and managing her own social media. Man, we think very highly of our children now, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
I can't even get a fucking color balance good on a camera, okay?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong?
Okay, guys, fair enough, she wasn't rich, but she wasn't editing her videos. Can you believe it? Whoa!
$5 off the bat.
Colossal is crazy.
Fake news. Lil Tay's Pablo Escobar. Might as well be. Just to let you know, fake news. Our crack reporter volts on the case.
Up until today, where the brother of Lil Tay, the person who manages the account, messaged the high school student that Wolfie Raps was sleeping with.
And pay attention closely to this.
Doing so in order to get her to
Thank you. Been there since 9K. About the time Tommy's grind paid off. Keep it up. Thanks so much. I think I had a little over a K when shit hit the fan. I'll be honest with you, but I do appreciate you guys. I know you guys. I'll get into it later, but thank you so much for the well wishes and the growth. Let's keep it going in the right direction. Thank you so much. Here we go.
expose the rest of Clout Gang. Assuming that she had been in the house long enough to know dirt on everyone there, and he was trying to get it out of her publicly. But instead of exploiting Clout...
$5 Ricochet off the bat. Wolfie Raps. Hey, Tommy, you doing love phones today by any chance? No. No, but you're welcome to call in.
Honestly, just invest in a binky and you're good, my friend.
Yes.
And he was trying to get it out of her publicly. But instead of exploiting Clout Gang further, she posted this to her Instagram story. It reads, "If you're gonna go in on the members of Clout Gang, you need to..."
And remember, this is Lil Tay's brother talking to the other woman.
"Go in with 1,000,000% yes. No indecisive. I think they knew. Right now, some people are still siding with Clout Gang. You need to realize that Wolfie and Rice Scum, Banks, and the entire Clout Gang own a business together. Obviously, they are going to protect each other. That is why you need to go in with now 10,000% yes, that he did do this, and say that they are lying, because I know you are telling the truth."
Well, she already did, really. She already did say she's lying on Dramaalert, strangely enough.
They are out here to destroy you. So,
I don't know that she... Yeah, there's some truth in that. But
Yeah, that's not wrong.
why would Dana... I don't have anything funny to say. I just wanted to donate to the podcast. Thank you for bringing a different point of view on drama nonsense. You're welcome, and that's what we've been doing here since we got clobbered after baited. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Mouthful lives on,
because I stood up against this horse shit. And that's really where we're going with this. Is there's the problem with the drama reporting, or the news reporting, if you want to call it that. I don't fucking think I'm a reporter or journalist or anything. I don't believe in it. There's been a consolidation of power, and it's a problem because it protects the whole Clout Gang crew, and we'll get into that.
here's my bottom line with this whole story. To whomever is behind the Lil Tay Instagram account, whether it be mother or brother or parental or legal guardian or the bad baby's parole officer, you are exploiting this little girl for your own personal gain. Tell me this, do you genuinely think that anyone in the Clout Gang is doing something worse than milking videos?
Allowing fucking underage drinking in the Clout House that was completely almost bypassed during Keem's interview, and allowing underage fucking going on in the Clout House. Worse. And if the constant excuse is, well, he left. Well, he was fucking a 17-year-old girl, 16. Nobody really knows how old this broad is. And we've had Dramaalert get to the bottom of that kind of stuff before. Optic.
But Tommy, the difference is you can see the views, you can't see the fuck. You know what I mean? There's a clear difference.
So yes. Is it as bad as letting her smoke? It's up there. Yeah. I mean, no one's defending this fucking guy here. As far as...
to be fair, for Arab children, a hookah's like a pacifier.
Yeah. It's coming from an Arab
also
guy.
Like third world, so you know.
It's not exactly Stigger. It's not exactly, you're also living in third world. Well, he lives in Kuwait. It's the super third world.
Extreme.
It's the super
You live in the super third world.
Extreme difficulty.
Yes. So I mean, look, I don't approve of that. I don't approve of underage drinking. Where adults are around on that age. I don't care about underage drinking from 18 to 21 because at least they're old enough to fuck. But I mean, yeah, Nuda. Like there's some really fucked up shit going on there, and your news team, your boss, and you have glanced over it. And I got to be honest with you, it really comes down to is there's just not enough digging going on. If it was anybody else, they'd be all over there digging their ass off. And look. And I'm not going to sit like I said, I'm not a fucking reporter. I'm not saying it is tough to dig against your own friends. It sucks. And that is one of the problems is YouTube's a small community as far as people who make money on the platform. It's tiny. So what happens is everybody knows each other and nobody wants to fuck over their friend. But that's a problem if there's underage kids in the barracks and in the barracks, listen to me. If there's underage kids in the Clout house. That was a problem when I was in the fucking army. Got underage kids in the barracks. You were in big ass trouble. Like change your legs. Go to Mannheim. Fuck off.
But on YouTube, we just high five and
we just high five, depending on who you are. Unless if you're like Alinity, right? Yeah. You know, because nobody likes her. Then it's okay. Like Alinity, fuck her. Fuck her. She's a bitch, and she fucked off the pootie pie. All right.
She's gonna copy strike in this video now, Tommy. You shouldn't have said it.
Yeah. Alyssa Violet, who's liked, can sit there and look at herself and say, I don't know this bitch. Oh my God, I look so cute today. If that was Alinity, be a fucking meme. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Be a goddamn meme. So that's pretty much what we're pointing out here. So I think there's something going on, and I think you could find it if you dug a little more, but you can't because your boss is in business with the people that are accused. And on top of that, you interviewed her, or Keem did, up until the point where she admitted she had sex with the guy, but went out of your way to defend the people in the bank, out of your way to defend the people that are in there. And I got to be honest with you, it does not sound reasonable that somebody didn't see her. I don't believe for a minute anybody knew her age, but I don't believe for a minute that nobody saw her. She let Alyssa off the hook. She said she saw Rice Gum. Rice Gum said she never saw her, and Banks said maybe. And even if he did see her, I didn't know they were fucking around. And what she said in Keem's video, what are the odds? I'm hanging around with another girl. They wouldn't set alarm bells. And let me tell you something, girls, ladies, nobody snitches on their friends cheating unless they're trying to get in your pants. That's the way it works.
Unless you're cute enough, apparently.
Yes. Oh my God, I can't believe he's cheating on you. I've been watching it for weeks, and I didn't have the courage to tell you. By the way, I'll take you out next week. I'll treat you better. Yeah. That's the move.
Of a mere child, screaming obscenities, throwing fake cash everywhere, and hanging around drug addicts. Yeah.
Oh, you mean she does the exact same fucking act that Banks and everybody else does? They flex? Mm-hmm. And Banks is a drug addict.
Mm-hmm. Openly about it.
Openly. Yeah. He had a drug problem.
Exactly.
Glad he got it fucking cleared up, but he had a drug problem.
Yeah. I didn't think so either, but we appreciate the thought, though, Big Tay.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Big Tay has a point, but he's just a phony. And you got to wonder why he had a point, all right? This is what I wonder. 3 videos by Rice Gum. 2 by Wolfie Raps when he was in the Clout Gang before he moved out. Like that was relevant to begin with. 1, including Lil Tay in the video. So Clout Gang made Lil Tay. She made them. So I can kind of see where this guy is a little pissed off. Even though I think to make your sister do this shit is ridiculous, right? But he's not getting the protection and the help that I don't know Rice Gum got during his content cop and FaZe Banks got during his Barley House thing, where a bunch of bullshit lies, like she got punched by or hit by a guy, as Banks recently said. Maybe he's just a little pissed off and wants a little revenge for himself. That's not really unheard of in Dramaalert land, revenge.
Yeah.
I did 7 podcasts, mostly about revenge. So that it's just not completely unheard of. It's not completely ridiculous. Here's another thing, another picture I'd like to show you guys. Does anybody remember this? Where's my thing? How come it ain't working? Underage drinking. It's too small. Fuck. All right, here we go. Why can't I open this shit? All right, here we go. Remember this? This is 10 months ago.
What? I can't see it.
Underage drinking at the Optic House. We got to the bottom of that. And that's what I'm saying. There's a different standard for banks. Why wouldn't there be? Can you blame Keem? He's got a show that's getting 1 million hits an episode. You bet your ass he's going to protect it. And that's exactly what this guy's saying. They're all in business with each other. And he's probably irritated that he didn't get the same, excuse mongering that all these other guys are in.
All of them working together.
Propaganda than news, to be honest. At those
and that's the other thing too. All of them working together also isn't news. That's nothing new, of course.
No.
Everyone has a little bit of their fucking hand in the game, you know.
Yeah. Including me.
Yeah.
Including me. Hey, look, my buddy Clout and T got in trouble. I abstained. That's what I did. I abstained. I was public with the fact that I'm not doing this because he's my friend. But if he did wrong, I'm going to let the internet deal with it. Same thing I did with one of my assistants that got in trouble.
Yep.
I actually probably reported that a little more. So I abstained. I can get like recusing yourself, which is fair, right? I don't think I get recusing yourself, but I'm sorry. There's a double standard here, and it needs to be pointed out. Everybody's in business together. Everybody's making money together. And it's not unreasonable to point it out.
I'm your host, FaZe Keemstar.
That's right.
Jesus.
Can't be abstained like a good Catholic. So, members of Clout Gang promoted Lil Tay. They made her back in January.
Yeah.
And another thing is that really, really, really frosts my ass is this using of kids for your own personal gain. Now, admittingly, Keemstar didn't say this. Nuda did. And maybe he meant it at the time. Maybe he doesn't know the whole story. But I remember something that happened not all that long ago. And it goes a little something like this. It didn't go in the timing right. Timing's off. Well, what the fuck it.
I told Kavis way back in the day that he should make a video on you. Because quite frankly, I can't really make a video on you. You know, I can't give you attention. I can't put you up on a pedestal like that. I'm too big to fuck around with you and your little conspiracy.
You know what? Everybody says that, King. Not just you.
And then they show up in the chat the next day. So.
But Kavis, he didn't want to make a video on you.
I'd fuck him up.
He said that you were too small. That's what he said. That's what he said.
It's funny. When I was bigger than him, pretty much almost to this time last year, he didn't make a video on me either.
Now, when Aiden joined the group, Aiden was kind of curious about what he should make a video on. And
How old was Aiden in December, January?
12.
Okay.
12, yeah.
12 years old.
suggested once again. I said, you should make a video on Tommy. Because quite frankly, I think it would be so funny to watch a 12-year-old put you in your place. No one has really made a video on you, Tommy. No one has really taken your podcast here, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, your streams, and held you accountable to your words that you get incorrect all the time. And I think Aiden being a
still waiting on the specifics.
Yeah, still waiting on the specifics. Because usually what they say, Keem, is they say, you're only doing this because of Keemstar. You're only doing this because you're I'm FaceBank's friend. No one actually ever really points out fucking anything besides mild mistakes. Like, I don't know, I got the place wrong. Oh, you got the place you live wrong. You can't listen to Tommy. His credibility's destroyed. I think it destroys your credibility a fuck of a lot more if you say something to the point, like, I don't know, like this poor child being used. Well, give me a fucking break.
Hilarious. But you know what Aiden told me? He said he didn't want to do with it. He didn't want to fucking download all your streams. He didn't want to do the work. Now, somebody just linked me a part of your podcast where you were threatening me and you were saying, if I have any proof, if I have any DMs, if I have any audio.
I didn't threaten you. I promised it, and I found it, and I did.
That you're using this kid to attack me. Well, I just gave you your proof. Come get me, big boy, because you've been talking shit about me for months, like every single day, and you can't do a single fucking thing to me.
Yeah, well, hey, maybe not. But I got this out there, didn't I? Here's the thing. He made a video on me. He used the fucking kid. And as he's used Cavos as a weapon against people he doesn't want. Now, Cavos at least is an adult physically. Yeah. Let's point out a bunch of other stuff. All right, Diddy.
Wait, hold up, Tommy. Okay, for anyone who's gonna use the excuse that Aiden's growth has nothing to do with Keem at the moment.
Really? At the moment, no. But
at the moment, yeah, they are gonna use this that Keem and Aiden don't have a normal the relationship they had in January at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. They still had that relationship in January.
I tell you what. Jamie Pine pointed out to me that he got that influx of subs from the shout out, all right? And then he hit a lull. Actually, he took down my video 3-4 times and took it down permanently until he got the 11 million hit video and then flipped it back on.
Twice, then he posted it.
Then he posted he took it. No, he's 3 times he took it down, and then when he hit gold,
no. He took it down twice. He posted it 3 times.
All right. Fuck. What are you, German? Shit.
Just
and when he blew up, he flipped it back on again. Yeah. He has every right to make a video on me. He can do whatever the fuck he likes. But he was encouraged by Keemstar. Publicly encouraged by Keemstar to do it. Let's go over people the Keemstar's promoted that are underage. I don't have the problem with the promotions. Lieutenant Corbus, Benji, Aiden. Now, he didn't use Lieutenant Corbus and Benji. But he did try a diss. Let me get this up here. Turkey Tom. 15-year-old. Here it is. Tommy used you as a victim like 10 different times today. LOL. Dude, I think you should make a video on me or Cavos. I'll even help you with it. Just troll Tommy so he has to stop using you. All right? I didn't do any... Just to give you some background on this. I also abstained. I never told him to make a video on anything. And no DMs ever popped up. I told him to defend himself if he saw fit. At the time he wasn't going to make the video, he changed his mind. And they write, Big Bad Keemstar scared poor little Turkey Tom into make a video on him. Make a video on me so Tommy can't say this dumb shit anymore. And there's other stuff out there as well. I think, what do we got there? Old Turkey Tom. You know, I mean, you see them colluding right here. So this kid, this guy's a kid too. We're trying to get a certain result, just like, I don't know, Lil Tay's parents are. Same fucking thing. It's no different. No different at all. And I don't necessarily have I do have a problem with it, but it's just the reality. I don't have a problem with like child actors or anything.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, but it's just reality. It's a shot from the point, bitch. But
like
I
mean,
mean,
before, that shit goes south way further than anything that Lil Tay's been involved with.
Yeah, I know. This is the girl who, by the way, has made herself public. She's public on Dramaalert. I'm not just exposing her. She's fine. She claims she's over 18.
And then he's just like, what the hell? It's one of the biggest houses in LA. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, really? So I'm like nervous because like I'm thinking he's going to rape me or something. But no. So we show up to this house and there's a lot of people there. Like, everybody. I meet everybody that lives in the house. And, we get drunk or whatever.
Ding.
And we just chill in the room with Ryan. And it was like 5 a.m. And he was like, you want something to eat? I was like, yeah. And they got us Denny's. And I was so drunk, I didn't even eat my food. So I fell asleep.
Ding.
He was just like, you gotta walk outside to get the food. I'm like, excuse me? I'm not gonna go outside to get some food that you bought me.
Bang. That's how that's why you don't have side chicks. You can't treat them the same.
And then the next morning, he was like, come over. I was like, okay, because I guess they were having another party.
Like, I don't know, it was me and my friend, and we had went up to them again, and he asked me if I wanted to go over to his house.
Okay, now at this time, before you went to his house, how old were you at this time?
17.
You were 17. Okay.
And he knew that from the beginning. and all that stuff.
So you went
like,
to his house?
yeah.
Did you guys hook up?
I'm not gonna say anything.
So now she makes it abundantly clear it's the Clout house, but notice he says, Keem says his house. So does he have two houses or not? But she made it abundantly clear in the first video that it was a Clout house.
Like that, but we didn't. I just got really drunk that night, and
But I mean,
passed out.
at some point, right? You guys
Good
were
one,
like
Keem.
dating, right?
Sneaking
Like,
it in.
Yeah, they did this. I have to give Keem credit on this one. That was smart.
secretly dating.
Yeah.
Like you were the side chick.
Yeah.
So you guys were hooking up at some point, right?
I guess.
All right.
Boom.
So all
Ding.
the reason why I'm saying this is because like if you
And there's no reason to believe that that's not the Clout house they're talking about. None.
were 17 at the time, like that's a big no-no, right?
Felony house.
I mean, yeah, but it was consensual, I guess.
'Cause-
Like, I mean,
Yes.
they probably didn't know my age, but like I saw Alyssa's story earlier today saying that she didn't know, and if she did know, you know, she would have told Sylvia or something. But FaZe, Banks, and Rice, they've seen me multiple times with Wolfie in his room. You know, like you're just gonna have a,
When you
a
say
dog
multiple
sitter when you're
times,
dog-
do you mean twice? Do you mean like
I mean, like several times, like a couple times,
How
not
how
more
many-
than 5 times.
more than 5 times? They say because here's the thing. All right, I've stayed at the Clout house like multiple times, and I know that there are so many different people coming in and out of that house.
Yeah.
Like you don't know who's who or who's friends with who. I mean, that place is just like a hotel, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, did they really know 1,000% that Wolfie was cheating on his girlfriend with you? Did they know? Because
I mean, I can't say
Jailbait house. Somebody wrote.
like from their part if they knew, but I believe that if they're seeing this girl in Wolfie's room all the fucking time, the same girl, same face, like you don't think they had a clue?
Because here's
that
the
something
thing.
was
I
going
talked
down?
to Rice Gum. Rice Gum said he doesn't even know you, never remembered you. He doesn't know you at all.
Rice Gum, if you get questioned by the cops, Rice Gum's your guy, by the way.
I talked to Banks, and Banks said he might have seen you at.
Banks is not your guy. You just say no. And it is unbelievable to think that she claims she's in and out of the house. She's got her picture in there, unless she was only in one time. It is unbelievable to think for a minute they didn't see shit. She let Alyssa off the hook, but the other two she didn't. One denied it, and one said he's not sure. And she said she got fucked up in there.
Yep.
And Keemstar, when she says earlier on when she said she got drunk, doesn't fucking follow up. Were you drinking in the Clout house? Well, you're not going to ask that if you're in business with the guy who runs it.
His house.
His house
Sounds much better.
Yeah,
much
his
more
house
indirect.
sounds much better. I almost want to go back.
Same
and listen.
shit.
I almost want to go back and listen to that again.
Go for it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, now at
And I was
this
like,
time, before you went to his house, how old
Yeah.
were you at this time?
His house.
17.
You were 17. Okay.
And he knew that from the beginning
I know why you flashed that picture up there too, because you don't look 17 in that picture.
and all that stuff.
So you went
like,
to his house.
yeah.
Did you guys hook up?
His house still.
I'm not
His.
gonna say anything like that.
Yeah.
But we didn't. I just got really drunk that night, and
And then she also said she got drunk in the first video. What house? Why aren't you asking what house?
Because his house sounds a whole lot better than the big YouTube machine Clout house, you know?
Yeah. And then, of course, here she said it was the Clout house.
Especially if you have some eggs in that basket, Tommy. You don't necessarily want them to crack.
I'm your host, FaZe Keemstar.
You got it. So, here's what we have. We have a group of people that promoted. We have a group of people that promoted them, right? I don't care if there were roast videos or Coach Rice come said he didn't like her. He's a Clout House member. He's a Clout Gang member.
Promos, promo.
At very least, the 3 videos that we could find. All right? And we also have the guy that's accused of statutory rape who did a video with her and did a video on her. We're talking multi-million sub YouTubers. They fucking sure know whoever they shout out are going to get serious follows, subs, make or break. 3 million guy shouts you out. And
it's the Dramaalert effect.
Yeah, it's a Dramaalert effect. Which, by the way, where was that coined? Lieutenant Corbus. At the time, 11 years old. So we're going to sit there and hold the standard for this guy. And with the possible exception of her smoking, I don't really see the difference. And using Nuda's words, using kids for your own personal gain. That's happened on Dramaalert before. And it kind of looks like Clout House used kids, Lil Tay, for their own personal gain. It helped.
Yeah.
It helped a lot.
And if they try to say that there is no way she was going to get popular from it, they're fucking lying.
Oh, it's ridiculous. We didn't know. She was just a random.
Yeah.
It would, and didn't Rice Gum stop roasting kids like out of nowhere for a while? I don't even remember being the kid roasting thing coming up, at least not prominently, in his Content Cop video.
But all of a sudden in January, Lil Tay gets
Yeah, in January, all of a sudden we're going back to roasting kids.
To be fair, Items doesn't do what like normal commentary YouTubers.
Yeah,
he
stuff
digs
that's already been
deeper.
covered.
Yeah.
But my point is I think he'd actually knocked it off, if I'm not mistaken. That's how Rice Gum built a career.
Hold up, let me check his channel because I'm pretty sure he didn't knock it off for like a minute.
Really? Yeah, double check that. Absolutely double check that. But I don't remember him doing that stuff. And now he's all Fortnite. Like really going in on the kids in 2017. I just don't remember that. He didn't do the Leafy. The whole thing, the whole style was out. Like Leafy used to pick a guy, some awkward kid in the internet, and goof on him. And they just finds this girl who happens to be flexing. Pretty much doing the same act they do. Flexing's an act, by the way. If you didn't know. It's an act. There's nothing wrong with it. If you I don't know how anybody likes
Never
it.
knew.
How many kids you seeing? It's a shot for the boy, bitch.
Not many.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, exactly. He knocked it off.
A bit of bad baby here, bad baby.
A
there.
bad
That's about
baby.
it.
She doesn't
Alright.
count though, really, does
Well,
she?
she's a legit public figure.
She's 13.
Yeah.
But is
She's
she 13 or
13?
14?
She's 14 now.
14.
And
Yeah.
she is a public figure. And then all right, so bad baby.
She's 15 to be fair. She's 15. Let's just
But she's not a
15?
But she's
Yeah, she's
she's not a random. And
No,
she hasn't been a
exactly.
random
She's
for
public.
3 years.
Yeah.
Random. He still does.
Shot for
Hasn't
the
he
boy,
done a music
bitch.
video, a musically video or something like that?
Thanks, welcome to Fuckheads.
Uh,
No, she's the furthest thing from a random. You know, at very least she's about. What was the other one he used to roast? I mean, he has a pattern of this shit.
Now it's just strip Fortnite. That's what I'm
yeah,
seeing.
strip Fortnite and what was the kid he used to
Tell me,
write?
man.
Something some other raps guy, some kid, some rap. He was a public figure too.
I'm not sure.
Matty B raps.
Matty B raps.
Oh, Maddie.
Yeah, you remember Matty B?
I'm glad
Built-
that's
and then he
dead.
ended up working with him. They promoted this girl. This girl. I mean, you know, and you get somebody like Alyssa who could never speak out for women again, if you ask me. There's a girl in their house being, I don't know, the victim, if you want to call it that. I mean, obviously it was consensual, of statutory rape. And she's like, fuck that bitch, she's lying. I don't leave my room. And I don't care what goes on here. And that's another thing. Clout Gang have never, to this day, made a statement over this thing. They know that girl was in there. All they have ever done is call her a liar, all right? And they know that girl was in there. And they have never said, this is never going to happen again. We're going to make sure that our people are bringing in people that belong here and they are adults. They have never spoken out. No. What did they do? Face banks went around threatening everybody on Twitter, including me. They never said, look, this got fucked up. And this ain't happening again, and he's not coming back. They just said, he moved out. I don't know. Like a bunch of fucking teenagers.
He's just gone, man. I don't know.
He's gone. He moved out a while ago. I love that excuse. Well, he obviously was fucking her when he's living there.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
you
he
are.
moved out, so it doesn't
I know.
count.
I tell you something. You might be a little surprised. I don't necessarily dislike face banks personally. My only interaction with him was nothing but nice. Everybody I know that knows him, wonderful. But one of the things that drives me nuts about my mic went out. One of the things that drives me nuts about this guy is his inability to take any responsibility for anything, absolutely anything. And that's all I've been pointing out since Barley House. He might be a good guy, but he might be your one friend that can't be wrong about anything. To the point where he's willing to lie and go out on a limb and embarrass himself further and, I don't know, make it worse. Like he did with Barley House. Like he's doing with this. I mean, it would have been real simple to come out and just say this. We didn't know this was going on, right? You didn't even have to say you saw her or not, even if you did. But this guy's gone. He's not coming back. And we're making sure this never happens again. That's it. That's it.
Instead, it's just the, Wolfie moved out. And then also, if any allegations, hey, I heard there was statutory rape in your house. Nope. I heard there was underage drink in your house.
Yeah.
Nope.
Here's another thing I've been wanting to do.
Well, to be fair to them, they can't prove a negative, and they could use that as an excuse.
Remember this guy? That's Honor the Call. Honor the Call was FaZe's counterbalance. Anything corrupt that they were doing, this young Canadian went in there and for, a year and a half, called them out on just about everything. I remember when FaZe promised to make a game that they didn't come through on. He investigated it. He investigated this and made them apologize or made them give the money back to the kids that donated to it. When he wrote them, when he wrote them, see, apologizing wasn't too bad. The FaZe account wrote back, "Suck my dick." Well, Honor the Call took them up on their offer because where has he been? I'll tell you where he's been. When I was looking to do a gift, actually I was looking to raise money, and I wanted to know if I was going to get in trouble if I put it in my own account and then transfer it to the charity of my choice. I went by through Honor the Call. He'd been interviewed on this program before, all right? When I was talking to him about that, he says, I have to get this out of the way. Although this account is no longer following Keemstar, it's only following him. I do not know if Keem has any, I do not know if Keem has anything to do with verified Give It anymore. But he told me, full disclosure, Keem's involved in this project. In other words, they verify your giveaway with Honor the Call's great reputation, and then Keem and him get a cut. This is one of the reasons that he went up to Canada and had a meeting with him. Ever since their silence, few Jake Paul videos, this guy had FaZe on their heels. On their heels. Look how passionate. Look at the interview I did with him almost 2 years ago. Passionate about holding FaZe corruption in check. Now, look, I get it. Don't want to dig against your friends. Scarce has a relationship with banks, and Keem has a business relationship with banks. It's a problem. I would really like, and I don't even care if it's me or not, I would like more competition for Dramaalert for people that don't have power or influence or relationships. And I'm not, you would probably be better off it wasn't me, because I know some of these people that are willing to do this.
Yeah.
I don't know if verified Give It had anything to do with
Keem. It's just a giant reach around.
But this, it's become a giant reach around. And now we're getting to the point where banks can get away with having fucking underage girls get fucking fucked in the ass and get fucked up in his place. That's the problem. There's no balance. And
But
this guy,
Tommy, it's not their problem.
this guy used to be the balance. And by pure coincidence, he makes videos on Logan Paul now. Now, I like Honor the Call. My interactions with him were always fine. He's very intelligent. I mean, he was really passionate. Thank you, Chunky Monster. But I just, the coincidence is unbelievable, and all you got to do is look at the timeline. When did verified giveaway start? 11K followers this thing has. Now, I don't know if this is even profitable for him. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Beats the fuck out of me. Joined November 2016. In October, if I'm not mistaken, or September, Keem went up to Canada to have a meeting with him. Now we don't get FaZe banks and videos anymore. Now we don't get FaZe videos. We don't hear about corruption inside the FaZe camp. And it's there. And the way they get away with it is they sit there and they go, well, you're only making this video because of X, Y, and Z. How about answering the charges? Or denying them? There you go. Any comments, boys?
A bunch of fucking snakes yelling at each other for being snakes.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. This is a dirty business. Yeah, I'm calling out Honor the Call. I want to know if he's Honor the Call or Honor the King. That's what I want to know. And I should have done this months ago when I first mentioned it. And by the way, when I made a reference to this, why doesn't he make videos? And that was back in December. You know what the response was? He unfollowed me on Twitter and he unfollowed me on Skype right around November or December of this past year. That was his response. He didn't sit me down. He didn't tell me I was fucking wrong. He just dipped out. And the only time I ever saw him again is when the whole Keem fucking gonna box in the KSI thing and my name kept popping up. You know why? He kept saying my name. Wow. I wonder why Honor the Call wants to see me get my ass kicked by Keemstar.
I don't. Is that really evidence to use against him, to be honest?
It's a coincidence.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying it's that. I think it's bizarre. I think the timing is unbelievable. When was the last video he did on? Let's look at his YouTube. I looked at it earlier today. There's no balance. Maybe he look. I sold out too. I sold out the Keemstar. I get it, but there's nobody there. There's nobody. Scares can't do it because he's friends with him. Keem can't do it because he's business with him. And Honor can't do it because, well, I'd love to know. You come on for an interview. But his response was to unfollow me on Twitter. Months ago, by the way. I didn't fucking make it. I'm not trying to sound like a big teenage girl here and a big baby. Not guilty CSGO Lotto. That's T. Martin and Syndicate. And I'm pretty sure that he believed. I don't remember it, so I can't say that. I'm not gonna reveal a private conversation. But I am gonna go back and check that video. He was all over them. Let's see. Logan Paul. Let's get back up here. Let's see the videos. 4 months ago, Logan Paul. Keep in mind, he's not a full-time pro. So, I mean, he is not doing this for money. I could personally, a little extra cash is nice. Logan Paul. Ad-friendly keywords, no notifications. This was a pretty good video about, trying to get around the damn demonetization. T. Martin. All right, then CSGO Lotto comes up. Last one was 1 year ago. So let's see what month it was 1 year ago. October 23rd, 2016. The last video on tape, right around the fucking time Keem had a meeting with him. Last one.
It's just a little strange.
I don't know the truth. You want to defend yourself, but when I said shit and I saw people tweeting him as, "Oh, Tommy called you out," he never contacted me. His response was to unfollow. If he wants to talk to me, I'm totally willing to hear him out. Because I got to be honest with you, we need you back. We need you back. I'd like to have you back, I suppose. If you can't do it because of your business relationship, say so. I'm asking for is transparency. I will not tell Honor the Call that he can't make money and do business with Keem. I did. He did. But look, that business rides on the fact that he was always transparent and he always got to the bottom of it, that he could be trusted because he went after them. Now he's on the same team. I did it too. And something tells me, and oh, by the way, in November, not one video on Barley House. And maybe he says, well, no, I only did it about FaZe, not in it. No, not one video on Barley House.
But is that really his niche, though, Tommy?
Yeah, his whole thing. Am I wrong? Am I inaccurate here?
I don't know. It seems like he goes after scams more often than he does just like.
Maybe that's what he's going to tell me.
Shit.
Wait, maybe that's what he's going to tell me. FaZe Clan video game scam, CS:GO Wild. He hated Call of Duty scammers, and maybe that's what he's going to say to me. On individual stuff, I didn't do it, and maybe that's an excuse. But I just find it like FaZe hasn't been in his title since this business went off. He's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos on it since. 5 videos since October of 2016.
Well, to be fair to him, and I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Right
I'm
now,
asking the question. I'm not accusing him of shit. I am asking the question: are the two things related? But go ahead.
But to be fair, like if like FaZe has been in the news, but not the entirety of FaZe Clan.
That's
It's just
true.
the predominant member,
Okay.
Banks and shit like that. And the what's been the bigger topics that you would like to involve yourself in, from like if you don't have time to make content, or if this is a hobby, you're gonna do Logan Paul or Jake Paul or shit like that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna focus on.
But that's the thing. Those are
something that won't
characters.
get you
The
hit.
problem is if he makes the argument that I was only doing FaZe corruption within the FaZe clan, not individuals, he's also made videos about individuals like Logan Paul and about their character. So he's not afraid to criticize individuals' characters. He's done several videos on them as of recently.
Yeah, yes, okay, but what's the bigger name at this point?
I
Logan
guess.
Paul and
I mean,
Jake
is that
Paul
what he's
or
going to
just
tell me?
FaZe
The reason
Banks?
I didn't do FaZe Banks? I don't know. It's just like this. When I talked to him privately, and I'm not going to reveal our conversation, he had it in for them. And it comes off, it really, if you don't believe me, it comes off in our interview. He had it in for FaZe Clan. In for them. So it's really tough to believe that the Barley House thing comes and goes, and he just doesn't give a fuck. I'm asking. I'll listen to you. But here's the thing. If he says, look, I only did FaZe Clan as a group, or I only did scams, well, I guess you change your content because now you're doing Logan Paul and Jake Paul. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the last 5 videos in the last 7 months. I'm asking the question. What's the answer? You don't. He doesn't have to answer it. But I find it bizarre, and I find it sad at the same time because there's nobody out calling anybody out at the top. They're all friends and they're all making money. The only reason I can do this is because I had to fucking take a year and a half of sub loss. That's it. I don't know. I don't know what else. God, Tobes is gay. Shut up, Tobes. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
I don't know what's
Just
going on.
trying to play devil's advocate.
You know,
here.
fair enough. That's what I'm saying. So if he wants to come out, if he wants to come on, or if he doesn't wants to tell me to fuck off, if he wants to block me on Twitter, that's fine. I'm putting that out there. I'm not accusing you of a thing. I don't know what's in your head, but I noticed there's an absence of FaZe videos. You did them on T. Martin. I mean, we talked personally about FaZe Clan. I remember that. FaZe Clan video games stand. Games and video game stand. You don't do scams anymore. Now you're a commentator. Or if you're a commentator, why don't you do one on FaZe Banks? I don't know. I didn't want to. All right. That's bizarre considering you fucking had it in for those guys. Maybe you didn't have it in for Banks. Maybe you had it in for fucking Rugg and all that. You know?
But also, Tommy, don't you find like our commentary community, I say our, but like the people who we sort of like didn't go after FaZe Banks and shit like that,
No,
even for the Barley House situation, like just a handful.
Nobody went after him. None. Zero. Zip. Nothing. Nobody except me. And I didn't even initially go after him. I looked to defend him. But then he's just spewing bullshit and attacking that business. And it's like, nothing he says is making sense here. Let me get this straight. They grabbed your girlfriend's ass. You tried to defend her. They choked you out. You stood out there for a while. You said a guy hit her. None of it turned out to be true. None of it. Congrats at 35K again. Hope it stays that way. Not like the last time. Well, after this one, I don't know. None of it was true. None of it. And then he had to change the story. He's just a guy. Maybe he's not a bad guy. He's incapable of taking responsibility, and he proved that again when he has fucking underage kids having sex and fucking drinking, and he's 26 years old and he's running that shit. Not my fault. He left.
Not my issue. He doesn't live here.
No, my issue doesn't live here. Fritz, you're on the air.
Well, hello there.
How are you, sir? How can I help you?
Pretty good. Just got off work.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Not much. Just kind of gotta love the shit going on YouTube right now.
Wait. You're live. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay. What's up?
Anyways, no, but yeah, my whole thoughts on the whole
Stop the
situation.
point, bitch. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I just said that.
What are your thoughts, man?
Honestly, it'd be nice if they could just let Lil Tay die and then Dramaalert.
Yeah, and you can't be wishing kids dead. Bye.
It took him 5 minutes to say something that dumb.
Andrew, you're on the air. What's up, buddy?
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hey, so I got a question about this whole thing, and it's kind of a long question, but I'll try to, narrow it down. What more would it take for a police officer or law enforcement, to file charges? What more do they need? They got a picture.
They don't have, the mother's got to give a shit. The mother's got to do something about it.
She's not pressing charges.
She's not pressing charges. It's their option.
Mother's, or why would that matter?
What's because the cops... Because, look, because 18-year-olds fuck 16-year-olds all the time in high school and nobody presses charges. It's not fucking biggest deal in the world.
Plus, at this point, it's more the court of public opinion is more important than the court of
going to law, especially with guys lose money.
Yeah,
well, you don't go to jail; you just lose money. So I mean, I guess somebody could.
I'd rather lose money than go to jail. I've been to jail. Jail sucks.
But
an underage girl, or what happened?
But here's another thing: who knows if it doesn't expose this girl's mother? She was well aware of this shit.
Yeah.
What has she got to hide? I can't charge him. And then it is also interesting. Like the fucking guy comes to him. The Lil Tay's brother comes to him and says, "Expose them," and she's like, "Fuck them." So maybe she's back on Team FaZe. Who the fuck knows? I found that a little bit odd, but whatever.
I guess, but where I'm from, man, if a girl is accusing a guy that's, and she's underage, that's like, you're getting your computer seized, you're getting your phones, everything's getting seized.
She wasn't.
Accused is the wrong word.
She's not
she just
8.
said that they fucked.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, she said they fucked. She's not
nothing
8 either.
Nothing indirectly malicious about it. They just fucked.
We're talking about
somebody. Happened. The issue is she's 16. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, she's 16 or 15, whatever the fuck. And she's physically an adult, not mentally, obviously. And not legally, but she's physically an adult. And I don't know about you. I lost my virginity at 14.
I guess, man. I don't know.
But it was my daughter. Let me tell you something. I would be running the FaZe house if it was my daughter. All right. It would be the shot from the point.
Money to be made there.
In fact, I'd give Banks a job fucking cleaning toilets.
I just see people get away with this so much, like underage YouTubers hitting up them underage booty holes, man. Think about it. Like, got Lion Maker. Whatever happened to Austin Jones? Like,
I remember this show. Yeah, I remember him. He's doing hard time. I think they found porn on his computer. I don't know.
I just never hear follow-ups.
Thanks so much, Anonymous. If he wasn't doing for the money, why would he be having a meeting with Keem? I don't know. You got to ask him. I'm asking him. I'm calling him out. What the fuck? He can do whatever he likes. He can come on for an interview. He can do whatever he likes. But I just pointed this out. That's all I did. I'm not accusing him of shit I can't get inside his head. I don't know. I don't get it either. I think what happens is you get so powerful. There's so much sex thrown at you. There's so much money. You think, you know what? I'm fucking on a roll here. I can fuck whoever the way I want, and I'm getting away with it. I mean, look at the Keem's video. What he sent me. Come at me, big boy. You can't do nothing, and I'm going to tell you I'm using a kid.
I guess, but if I had all that money, dude, an underage girl, dude, I'd hit up some fucking LA bit like beaches and shit.
Look, I don't know. Maybe if you just look at his fucking girlfriend.
Yeah, I know.
Do you really need anything different?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Like, what the fuck's going on, man?
Yeah. It's guys, man. It's guys. Guys are like that.
Like, was she really worth buying a separate Airbnb every single time? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, maybe that's his bag, man. Well, his bag. Maybe that was a forbidden fruit. I don't know.
Maybe the solution would just be to date midgets. I don't know. Keep it legal. Fuck.
Yeah, that's weird.
But you said you want to be like the person that's bringing attention to it. Have you ever thought about just making videos like and I hate using him as a reference, but like I Am Alex style, because I mean I think what happens is
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna grow my hair. I'm gonna become an emo, and I'm gonna point out what's wrong with the world.
The only difference is
like
Tommy's
make
videos
10,
are actually going to
maybe
be funny.
5-10 minute videos.
Yes, we're gonna do that here. I've already actually mentioned it. We're gonna start doing that here, and plus an extra news show on this channel. How's that sound?
Fuck yeah!
I damn near made a big Banks video yesterday over this bullshit about a guy like hitting his girlfriend. At worst, this guy fucking balanced himself after getting hit from behind. It's just simply not true. It's a lie. No one's pointed it out. No man punched Alyssa. No man hit Alyssa. There was contact made in an unaggressive manner after being attacked from behind. And it's already out there. Cavo's covered it the FaZe Banks way. And we have evidence. For anybody who doesn't know this, is new here. By the way, the Cavos' video on FaZe Banks, I was in talks with Cavos. He was touching base with me on how to make a video, get this, against FaZe Banks. All right? They checked with me during that DM conversation, and you can check the damn podcast right here. He told me he was talking to Banks. I was like, what? How are you going to make a video and then start talking? That's weird. So then we shut off. A couple days later, there was a defense video of Banks. He fucking used my talking points to defend him. So again, another guy bought off by Keem.
That should be the new shirt. Bought by Keem.
Now I got bought by Keem too, so I can't make that one. Take care, Landry. Bye-bye.
Bought and resold by Keem.
Here's a guy here. What's up? I love Keemstar. On the air. What's up? Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Huh?
I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been?
So about you were talking about Honor the Call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you were saying how like ever since he got into that relationship with Keemstar, he hasn't been making videos on FaZe Banks and stuff.
No, FaZe
like,
Clan in
like
general. FaZe Clan in general, and he switched to commentating on Logan Paul. What a jerk he is.
Yeah, but I feel like to be fair to him, we don't really know the real reason he's.
We don't know. That is fair. That is fair. I'm asking the question. Why? Why the coincidence? Maybe I'm wrong here. Show me. Tell me why. I want to hear your.
I don't know. It's rather odd though, considering how big the whole Barley House thing was for a while.
That was huge. And that's the thing. If you make Banks' argument, well, why Logan Paul's bigger than Banks? Not at that. Not in December. Not in November 2017.
Moment, no.
That was the hottest topic going. Made a lot of hits on that myself. Made a lot of donations. A lot of hits on that topic.
Not a peep from
Not
Honor
a
the
peep.
Call.
Not a peep.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I just feel like Honor the Call is like a really honest guy, and like I feel like he's not the type of person to be swayed by Keemstar. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Oh, maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. I don't know.
All right.
I made a crack that like, where's Honor the Call, and he unfollowed me. Well, I guess that made me a bad person. Never told me why or anything, but that's fine. He can do whatever the fuck he likes. He never answered. Maybe he'll do it now.
Probably.
And the only reason I bring up Honor the Call is because he was balanced. We need more balance.
Exactly.
He was the last one.
He's the last guy.
I sense a
Except me, the guy who was losing subs and who basically is just fucking salty over baited. That was it. So I couldn't even make an impact. You know?
All right.
Say,
yeah.
How you been?
I've been chilling, man. Like,
you should come in the chats more often, man. Just say hello.
Yeah, I've just been busy with school and stuff.
Giving you a role, known fuckhead. Congratulations for being a fan for so long. Over a year, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go, bro. Talk to you later.
Yeah,
man.
Tommy's taking one out of Wolfie's books and trying to get closer to kids, you know.
Shut up. Are you out of high school yet?
Huh?
Are you out of high school
Nah,
yet?
I'm out. I'm out in like next week. I'm out.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I'm going to West Point.
Are you really? High as a kite.
Yeah.
I'll have to read that later. High as a kite. This is a big deal to me. Did you got accepted?
Yeah, my dad knows a congressman.
Oh, that's fucking great. Hey, we got a real soldier over here. Thank you for your service already. You make sure you see that through. You got a tough fucking 4 years ahead of you. It's going to be a pain in the ass. And here's the best part. And I'm going to prepare you something because I know some of you guys that went. Your off time isn't your off time. When you get vacation, you need to go to vetting to get the jump school.
Yikes.
Yeah, your next 4 years, you're Army. But by the way, I want to let you know that I really look up to you for doing that because I couldn't do it.
You're probably one of the main reasons I'm going to West Point. So,
right. Well, that blows me away, dude. I don't know.
Don't make Tommy cry, okay?
Dude, that actually put a lump on my throat. dude. No, man. All about I couldn't do it. A lot of love in the chat.
Yeah, so
air assault,
whenever
you're gonna be doing air assault, airborne, stab. I'm going home to get laid and tell everybody I'm going to West Point. No, you're not. You're going to airborne school. Oh wait, airborne school's over. No, you can't. You got to go back up to New York. But you know what? I think it's well worth it. You're gonna get a job no matter what you want to do. See it through, and one of the things I'll tell you right now: remember your troops. All right, because you're gonna be in charge. You're gonna come out there first lieutenant, and that means something. All right. All right, brother. All right. Don't get high before you go. All right. Jesus. I was proud. Bye. I love Keemstar, everybody. Wow, man.
He's gotten shitter as a caller, but
he was one of the best callers we ever had.
Fuck off, Tobes.
It's one of the best callers we ever had. I was actually glad to see him.
What do you want first?
I want you to stop talking.
Mormon guy, you're on the air.
Hey, Tommy, how's it going?
It's going. How are you, sir?
So I was talking to many of my wives about this. And I think one of the things though is with a lot of the Logan and Jake Paul stuff, they videotape a lot of the controversy that they're a part of. Right.
Say it again.
Of the picture,
I misunderstood. Say it again.
Well, with Jake and Logan Paul, there's a lot of video evidence that they're douches. In this situation, there's only a picture that she's inside the house, and that's kind of hard to go and show people, like, look at this outrage.
Yeah, I suppose. Like,
or with like.
Am I missing something? What is he trying to say, guys? What is he trying to say? I don't understand.
Honestly, try it one more time.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay, so I don't think this story is easily consumable. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah,
that
does.
Elaborate on your argument.
Okay.
Yes. It's he's right. No, it's not as clear cut as a body in the woods, is what he's saying. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying. You're right.
That's why it's an hour long and not 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
No, he's not bitching about the show. Why are you such a dick, Versts? He's not thinking about the show. He's just talking about his story in general.
Bitch.
You know? Thanks, Abel.
He sheds. Fuck. He said.
Fuck.
What
the fuck is wrong with you two guys?
Just stop. He can't. Just stop whatever you're trying to.
He said, fuck. It's a you said, she said situation.
Yeah.
It's not clear cut.
No, it's not clear.
Fuck, that took forever.
That's all you were trying.
Well, no. What I'm trying to say is, like, a lot of the commentators, they take the original footage and play the entire thing and then just go, wow, that's a dead body. Wow, that's so bad. Wow, and there's nothing there for commentators to do except for, like, pictures or put Keemstar up. And who's going to put Keemstar up, especially if you had people like Ethan and Hila already talk about how horrible he is to deal with.
Yeah.
And they were people that were comparable that could actually probably deal with it a lot better than any of the other small commentators.
Well, I think the thing is, too, the commentators, and this is all of them, and they know this. They won't even get me. I'm not calling anybody out Pacific. Everything they do, everything the comment is measured before the video is coming out. How much hate will I take? The only guy that I know 100% does not do that just follows his heart, is goddamn Willie fucking Mack. And I'm not saying the other guys that do measure it, I don't have a problem with them. I get it. It's a business, right? But and Willie can afford to do it because he's not making a living on YouTube. The only guy I know that goes full fucking throttle, more than me, all right? I measure shit too, is Willie fucking Mack. The only difference is I'm not afraid to get dislikes. I am afraid to fucking bury the channel. That's the difference. I'm ready for big dislikes. I don't give a shit. 50-50 video. Give me a fucking break. I don't care. But you can do something so stupid, a la MLG hoes, that can bury you. You know what I'm saying? So they all take that. And no one's doing the MLG hoes. They all got to measure it. They do the thing at the end of the day. They say, you know what? I'm going to lose more than I gain. Especially with that 3 million, Twitter account or 2 million followed active Twitter account that he has. So that's the way they look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
There's also
talk to you later, Marvin guy. Talk to you later.
Well,
what's up?
There's also the thing with not having enough video evidence to fill a video with their stale personalities. Sorry.
No, it's good.
Yeah, it's not something that'll get clicks because people. It will get a lot of watch time because people will click off. There's nothing interesting to see. I apologize to the commentary people, but I'm just.
Look, they all do it. They all know it. As long as we don't call them out, we're fine.
As a film major, I'll have you know, you are all very boring.
I honestly want to do that.
Clown is the only interesting commentary channel on this platform.
I want to start
Alex and Spartans are so boring.
Yeah. All right, let's do High as a Kite donated. The only time underage girl was wandering at my house is when there was a party. Was she... What the fuck did you say? Let's see this again. High as a Kite. Only time underage girl was wandering at my house is when there was a party when she was chewed through the ropes that the basement door was unlocked. Thanks, High as a Kite. Buddy Bond, Tommy, if you want to be I'm Alex, you will have to grow your tongue and hair. Thank you so much, sweetheart. We're doing something. We might have other commentators on this channel. It's Tommy C's SFTP. Shot for the point. There's plenty of people to make this show go. BK Fuckhead. Shout out to him. First person. Shot me out on 30K. General Crow, thank you so much. Got to meet him in London, of course. Chunky Monster, he was a nice donator as well. Weapons, 12-year-old donated $10. Weaponized 12-year-olds.
Weaponized 12-year-olds.
Weaponized 12-year-olds.
You fucking idiot.
There he is. I'll do another.
That's rich.
We are coming for you. Weaponized 12-year-olds. DDT Dayton YT was also very generous and donated $10. How it works here with the donations, you get them live up there. We encourage you to do Streamlabs through here. You get your stuff on the board, and I read your stuff off at the end. We discourage Super Chat, but if that's the better way for you to donate, then feel free. Super Chat takes like 30%. But if that's easier for you, then that's it. Ricochet. Tobes gives the community a 1 out of 4 stars. Ricochet, new known fuckhead. And I think that's it, boys. Do you have anything else to add? Scrubby with the GG.
A lot of people have been asking me about streaming, and I'm actually going to have a stream going on tomorrow, so if you'd like to check that out, feel free. If not, all good. Just throwing that out there.
What stream where? You're bad.
Twitch.tv/BERSTS, fellas.
All right. Is that in the description box below?
It is. All
right. You want to check out Versts, his wacky ass. Also, Film Oddities. He reviews videos and shit like that. That would be Topes.
It reviews movies.
Movies and videos and whatever.
Film major, by the way.
I do a film course. I'm not a film major, but yeah, I am going to be streaming probably tomorrow. There's a bunch of new trailers that came out and shit like that I really want to talk about. Also, on the 20th, I'm doing a birthday stream. That's in a week or so.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, be there, please.
You need a new microphone, right?
I do need a new microphone.
Happy birthday. I'm getting you a new microphone. Happy birthday. I'm getting you a new microphone.
You there, please.
You don't have to pay me back. We talked about it.
Shut the fuck up.
No, it's a birthday present, you fuckhead. Now everybody's going to be asking me for birthday presents. Well, it's half a birthday present.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Half a birthday present.
It's half a birthday present because it benefits me for you to sound better.
That is true.
I might have some control on what you get, though. We're going to have to talk about that. But I will cover it. You don't got to pay me back.
Sure.
Isn't that nice? All right, everybody. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's hit the Real Talk outro and say thank you so much. I'll go in the Patreon chat right after this, everybody. I think it's time to go say goodbye. Stay tuned. Shop for the point. Next scheduled show is Thursday, but depending on how many people we piss off, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Wolfie's single, ladies.